Today is August the 31st, 2015, about 8:30 a.m. Central Time, Charleston, Missouri time. I'm focusing on this here first to let you all see this is the Charleston Department of Public Safety Police sub station. You see the address 702 Vine Street. You see the phone number. It's located here in this old Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority project. You see this stop sign right here. I'm showing you all this here for a reason. On the 29th of August, about 12:30 midnight, shooting right in this area. Shells east of that, west of this sign here, close by the white car, shells was found. Little children was playing with the shells. Right across the street here is where you see the bike at. A few years ago, a young female was beaten and killed by a boyfriend. If anybody was in this place, right across the street, which it had cameras right on top of the building. You got cameras on all of these poles out here. The Charleston, Missouri Housing Authority, ran by Paul Page at 700 Elm Street, has a big screen TV right in front of, on the side of his desk. They're supposed to be monitoring this. He's supposed to be running this here. The Charleston Police Department, which is ran by Bobby Hearns, has a big screen TV up there that the dispatcher should be able to see all of this activity over here. But this was all the shooting and killings be happening. But anyway, on the 29th of August of 2015, when shooting started off about 12 midnight, my house was hit, I thought was once. When the police came that night, I found this here entry of a bullet from where I was at in a part of my house at the time of the shooting, and I could see the fire of the light from the every time the gun went off, at least one of them. It had to be in my yard here on the other side of the bushes, because once I let my blind down, the shooting started and I can see it, and I got on the ground and I can feel stuff from the ceiling falling. So that had to be from, I thought was that. I want you to listen closely, because I want this to go to the United States Justice Department, to the newly sworn in Attorney General, Loretta Lynch. And I wanted to go to the President, Barack Obama. I wanted to go to ATF. I wanted to go to the FBI. I done complained to all of these people concerning this here. But when the shooting happened, when the police did come, the chief of police was sitting in front of my house in his SUV in the street, in a couple other cars. But that night, when the police did come, I let one of them in that I trust, and he came in, and we was looking, and what we thought was the exit wound. I found out later it wasn't. But another officer came in, and they had a lot of other activity going on, and he picked up the one expelled bullet that my daughter found. No pictures or nothing was taken that night. I don't blame the one officer that was inside of my house, because he was trying to do his job while his chief was sitting in his vehicle doing nothing. But the next morning, me and my neighbors came out, and we looked and seen this. We looked and seen this right here. I showed them that. Then we went down farther and found this. But then about 12 hours later, another police came and told me, another police officer, not the chief, not the captain, but asked him to come take pictures. 12 hours later. That shows you what they think of a black activist that's going up against the police department, the Charleston R1 School District, the Mississippi County Courthouse in Charleston, Missouri, the NAACP president and his members, Lester Gillespie, who works for Suzanne Wesley, and the people that work for him, Sherry Maxwell, and the people who work for Lincoln University, Sykes and Extension, and the people that work for them. But after that, I was putting my garbage out, and I found the expelled shell right here. And I was going to call the police, but I wanted to video it first. But while I was videoing it, then the police came. But I want to show you something. About 20 feet, count as I go, 20 feet from where I'm counting now, the chief of police was sitting in his vehicle, a SUV, a white Tahoe, doing nothing. If his mother's house would have got shot up, what would he have did then? Would he have been sitting in there? This scene should have been taped off. It should have been taped off. But it wasn't taped off because he don't care, because I'm complaining about him and the rest of them. When a fire was set at a tree in the back of my house in August of last year, when the fire department came to put it out, which is ran by chief of police, I asked them to send a fire marshal out. They told me that the scene had been contaminated. They never did nothing else. But let me show you this here. When the police got that particular bullet, we found more. Look up here, one there. And you see this hole right here? One there. I feel it's a threat to me and my family. I don't feel the police department ran by the chief of police is trying to do anything. Send us some help down here. We need the help, and we need it now. My children and my daddy, we could be in danger. I don't know if this was an intentional or not, but the investigation was too sloppy. 12 hours later to come take pictures. My daughter found the one bullet, I found this. Me and my neighbors find some holes in the more bullet holes in the house. And the police that came to pick up a bullet yesterday evening, he found more. Had the chief mother been in that vehicle, would he have been out? I'm asking y'all to come down, to send the federal government, send the ATF, send the FBI, whoever you have to send. But the chief of police needs to be unbanned from that police department, because the only reason he's there is because of his uncle, Warren Hearns, being the governor, ex-governor of this town. Come down here.